$1,642.13. No, that's not my profit. That was my water bill for 1 month. Hey, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, on this channel I discuss having a full wealthy life with full wealthy pockets to match. And if you are returning, I see ya. Now today, a little story time. I'm going to tell you about the time that I opened up my water bill and it was over $1,000 for 1 month. On top of the story, I'll also tell you the lessons that I learned. Okay, so I invest in real estate and I have a duplex. This duplex is up in Alaska. This is the time when we were living in one side of the duplex. So I opened up my water bill and it was over $1,000. What in the world? Like, what in the world? Earlier, there was a leak in the toilet on the other tenant's side. So they called me, they had a leak. I called the handyman, he came out, he fixed it. So I thought. So then weeks go by. Then I get the water bill and it's over $1,000. So I contact the tenants and I'm like, is your toilet still running? They say yes. Couldn't get mad at the handyman, you know. I called him. He apologized. He came over the next day and fixed it free of charge. But it's too late by this point. I already have a $1,000 water bill. So this is the lesson that I learned. So who was I gonna blame? This is lesson one. Who am I to blame? I have a $1,000 water bill. Do I blame my tenants because they didn't call and tell me that the toilet was still leaking after it was fixed? Do I blame the handyman because clearly he didn't fix the toilet all the way? Neither. I blame neither because the responsibility falls on me. I am the property owner. I am the landlord. This is my business. Take responsibility. Take responsibility when things go wrong within your business and use it as an opportunity to correct, an opportunity to make sure that things like that don't happen again. You waste time blaming other people for things. I would have ruined a relationship, wasted time blaming my tenant. I wasn't about to kick them out of the house. They were going to continue to rent from me, and they've been long-term renters. This was clearly an error on their part. I wasn't going to blame the handyman. Who knows? He could have came and actually fixed the problem and something triggered it. And who knows? I will never know. Lesson number 2 is you will lose money at some point in time. It's almost inevitable. You know, like, the golden rule is don't lose money in business, but it's almost inevitable when you're in business, whatever type of business, whether you have a real estate business, online business, some type of business, at some point in time along your business path, you're going to lose money. Now, how are you going to plan for that? How are you going to implement things to help mitigate that? How are you going to bounce back from that? Lesson number 3 is to learn from your mistakes. In my example of the $1,000 water bill and the water reader, my mistake was I didn't follow up. My mistake was I didn't know my equipment. My mistake was I assumed that the tenant knew to contact me if something was going wrong. Maybe that wasn't my mistake, but I'll own it. But the point is to learn from it. Put this in reference. Technically, usually that water bill for that duplex is about $280 a month. And that is a little high, but Alaska, the prices there are a little bit high in Alaska. So typically it's $280 a month. And then for 1 month it to be $1,000. That was a month of profit down the drain right there. But that's just to give you a little context of the pricing. Lesson number 4. And I've hinted at this one, but it's to know your craft. And in my situation, for me, if I'm saying I'm a real estate investor, if I am living in the house and renting out the other in the first line of defense at that point, I should have known how to read that water meter. Inform your tenants if anything is going wrong within that house to let you know. If anything is going wrong to let you know. And on top of that, to have periodic checks. Like Have periodic checks of your property. That may or may not help me in this situation, but it just instills a sense of you care about the property. The tenants need to care about the property. You're going to check on the property. The tenants need to let you know when things go wrong in the property. Lesson number 5. Do not let minor setbacks throw your whole plan off. It's like that meme that we see. You know, if you have a plan and you have a goal, and it's equivalent to like if you have a car and you get one flat tire, you throw the whole car away. That doesn't make sense. You get one flat tire, you get the tire fixed. You don't throw the whole car away. You have a setback in your business, you fix it. You learn from it. You don't throw your whole business idea away. You don't just completely stop investing in real estate because you have $1,000 water bill. No. You learn from it. You grow from it. You implement things within your business so that that does not happen again. But you do not throw away the whole plan. And even in listening to this, if you listen to this video and then you're like, oh, I'm definitely not investing in real estate because there's a possibility that I'm going to get $1,000 water bill. You know what? There is a possibility. I hope you don't, but there is a possibility. But if this story, that one thing, that one thought, just like, oh, I'm not going to do it, then it's not for you anyway. Because there are going to be hardships. There are going to be setbacks. There's going to be stuff that comes up that you don't know what to do. You have to have the mental fortitude to push through that stuff. You do. And on top of that, your business should be making some money where you can cover those setbacks. So if your goal is to invest in real estate, go for it. Yeah, you might lose money at one point, but you're going to gain a lot more. That is my horror story of my $1,000 water bill and the 5 things that I learned from it. Number 1, take responsibility. Number 2, you will lose money at some point. Number 3, learn from your mistakes. Number 4, know your craft. Know your business. And number 5, do not let minor setbacks throw your whole plan off. Don't throw the whole car away from one flat tire. All the best to you.